Well, hello, people. It's Poet, and we are here staring down at Patch. At least I think that's Patch. I can barely tell by the username, but I'm pretty sure it's Patch. Because the only other person around here is Mogswamp, who is also on, and I don't think he's wearing any armor. No, there he is, right over there. So, we just finished killing him, totally by accident. I swear it was. Completely by accident. You can see he's building his own little, looks like a bank. I think he's calling it the financial district or something. He's a capitalist, he claims, building his city in opposition to mine. Mine being communist, he said. I don't know about that. Because communism is an ideal where, well, I don't know all that much about it, to be perfectly honest. Only what I hear, and a lot of what I hear is probably propaganda. But it's where you share things, and although I like sharing, I think mine is more of a socialist type. And by that I don't mean like the Socialist Party, Nazi Party type thing. No. They weren't socialist like you think they are. It's hard to explain. Again, it's a lot of propaganda and all that kind of stuff, but basically the want and need for the people. The people are right. The people are the ones who deserve all the. What is he doing? Oh, he won. Like free healthcare in Canada. That's a socialist type of thing. I don't mind that. Old age security pensions and taking care of the sick and that kind of stuff. I like that, and that's a lot of socialist ideals. So it's not what well, I guess I could explain it. The Nazis basically called themselves Socialist Party just so that people would buy into them, I think, is how the story goes. I don't know anything about that kind of history. I never really. Well, actually, I know quite a bit about it, but I don't claim to be an expert, that's for sure. Anyway, what were we talking about? Anyway, yeah. He was standing there, right about where he is now, and Patch was standing right about where he was there. And Patch fired a shot at me and hit me, but he also hit Mogswamp. And so I fired back and also hit Mogswamp, who died instantly. So his stuff just exploded everywhere, and yep, he has now declared war. What is he saying? I didn't read the chat. I'll go barter with Poet for food. Poet, food now. Poet tax now. Poet axe now? Poet tax? Okay. Okay. I don't know what that even means. What is he talking about? I'm very confused over what's going on, because I wasn't paying attention, but apparently I'm kind. I think I'm kind. Yep. Oh. Well, hello. Here, have a spider eye for food. What is his face of? It's like a old man with a... No, I think it's just an old man. I was going to say maybe a walrus old man, but it's hard to say. I think he just has teeth sticking out. Let's see. What could I give him for food? I'll give him some golden apples, because I don't use them. Where is he? Where is he? Where did he go? Huh? Where did he... Man, he is quick. Here, where is he? Come here. Come here. Where did he go? Is he like a ninja old man? Where is he running off and can't find him? Man, craziness. The Dave V just came in. Well, fine, you're gonna hide. I'm not gonna give you my apples. The Davy. It's a crowded house. Oh, wait, there's only the 4 of us now. But let's go take a look at what they're building over here. And I guess, well, I go and look at this little bank type of thing that's very incomplete right now, but hopefully will be completed soon. Let's talk about something that I saw today when I was at the supermarket. Here's the bank from the inside. Pretty plain and blank right now, but they're working on it. Looks great from the outside, and I have no idea what that is. It's like a gunpowder thing with... It's like a gunpowder cookie mix or something. I don't know what that shape is. Honestly, I have no idea. I am just very ill-informed. But anyway. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at him here. Look at him there. Gotcha! Yeah. That is so much more information than everybody watching this needed to know. But at least he's regular, I guess. There's Mog Swamp. Here, come here. Nope. Did I pick it up? I didn't pick it up. Here we go. There we go. 3 iron. What does he need 3 iron for? I don't have iron. I've got 3 iron. Hey, 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 hey. Communist. Apples are the most... What could they be? They are the most evenly... I don't know. I have no comment to say about the apples. Here, take some iron. Alright, anyway, what I was going to talk about was what I saw at the supermarket. I saw a girl at the supermarket talking on the phone. And she was talking pretty loud. And I know that a lot of people do that. In fact, we have a receptionist at the office. When we hired her, it's like really, really, really noticeable. As soon as she picks up the phone, like she could be talking normal while you're standing around chatting or something like that. She gets on the phone and she's like, it's almost like people get hard of hearing when they go on the phone or something like that. It's hard to explain. But, yeah, this girl was kind of the same way in that when she was on the phone, she was talking extremely loud. And she was, well, I'll get to what she was talking about, but it was kind of funny because there were a couple other people in line. We were in line to pay at the checkout. And she was kind of behind us all and talking. And the person in front of me was basically talking about how noisy she was and how funny it was and how we can hear the whole conversation. And so this person in front of me and the cashier were basically just having a chat about how noisy this girl was who was standing in line with us, which is probably a very rude thing to do, but it was funny because it was true. So with that in mind, what she was talking about, she was, I couldn't say how old she is, but obviously this is one of her first jobs that she has right now. And she was talking about it quite a bit. And she was saying how there was this guy who she works with, and she said, I can't believe how good he is at not working. Which I found kind of funny, you know. This guy has obviously mastered the art of laziness. So she was talking about that. And let's see, how can I gotta figure something out here before I continue with my story. I gotta basically go like that. No. What am I going to do here? Okay, I got it. I got it. I figured it out. What I'm going to do. Here's my stone. Whoops. Why did I click on it? Okay, so she's talking about this coworker that she has, and about basically how lazy he is. You know, how he does no work, and how she had to stock the shelves, all the shelves, and he didn't help, and, you know, basically ranting about it. And I guess that kind of annoyed me, because I've always been the kind of person who I don't complain about other people, you know? If someone chooses not to help me, then I suck it up, and I do my job to the best that I can, as I always do, and it's not like it isn't noticed. I mean, she was saying how, oh, he's the master of not doing any work, and she had to do all the work, and he didn't, and it wasn't fair. And the work that she was talking about was like, oh, I had to put the money away. And I know that can't possibly be the most difficult job in the universe for anyone to do. But I can see why someone would rant. I mean, I've had little rants like that. But at the same time, you gotta take it from the other angle too. Is like, it shouldn't be an issue to you whether he was working or not. It's his choice. And you think that the employer doesn't notice, the employer notices. As dumb as you think your boss is, they didn't become boss by, you know, being completely dumb and senseless to everything around them. They know when someone isn't working, because it shows. They are watching at all times, and it shows. So, with that in mind, it was kind of frustrating to hear her going on and on and on about it like nothing was ever going to be done about him. But let me tell you something. If you have the attitude to go out there and do your best all the time, even if it means picking up the slack for other people around you, that will get noticed. If this guy continues to do what he's doing and is one of the laziest guys in the world, doesn't ever do his job properly, cuts corners where he can, it will be noticed. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually, you know, it catches up. If you're a lazy person who doesn't want to do their job properly, for whatever reason, eventually, somewhere along the lines, it'll catch up to you, and someone will notice, and you'll lose that job maybe, and it'll be hard. But the point is, don't spend your time complaining or hating other people or being frustrated with the way that they act. My suggestion is to just do the best that you can all the time, and that is what will be noticed eventually. Again, maybe not today, maybe not the next day, but if you do good, it will be noticed. Like, my position at the office, I know for a fact there were 50 other applicants just in my job alone, for my job. So there are, if I were to quit tomorrow, there's, you know, probably these days another 50 people, maybe 100 people who are willing to pick up that slack and continue to do the job. So it's not like I can't be replaced. But the reason that I am not replaced is because I think I go above and beyond, and I try to go above and beyond all the time. I mean, it adds to the stress, yeah, but when you truly help someone out, whether it's, you know, just a computer problem or something in management, it does make a difference, and people know it. People realize it. People definitely appreciate you when you do good like that. So it's not completely useless to go and do someone else's job if they're not picking up the slack and you do, it's actually kind of to your benefit, because the better you do at doing all of those jobs, not only do you gain the experience from doing all of them, but you also show people that you are willing to go the extra mile to get the job done for the team. And I got to tell you, in this kind of world, people love team players. It's the way that people are. If you go to any job, if you're a team player, they will love you. They will love you forever. Now, that's basically the story. We heard this conversation going on between this girl and this friend of hers or whoever, and basically bashing this guy. You also have to look at it this way too. Like, maybe he's lazy for a reason. Maybe it's not laziness. Maybe he's going through a rough time. Maybe his girlfriend just broke up with him. Maybe if he's like that all the time, maybe he's a little bit lethargic. Maybe he has depression. You don't know what reason someone has for not doing their job. I mean, okay, there are definitely genuinely lazy people out there. I've definitely met some of them. But I've also met people who, at first glance might seem that way, but once you get to know them, you realize that they're really, really not that way, and that it's actually something else going on. So it's never a good idea to just rag on someone for not doing their job. Like I say, just pick up the slack where you can, and it will be noticed eventually. That's all. That's all I can say about that. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about today, let me see if I got, hold on, hold that thought. Oh, look at all this. Oh yeah, give it. I need all of it. There we go. And you know what? No, never mind. I'm gonna test something, because I got them in my inventory I just saw. I should have broken down that tower rather than just jumping. Now I'll have to make a second tower, like right here. But, okay, the second thing I wanted to speak, tongue, untie yourself at once. The second thing I wanted to tell you guys was about that internet thing. About how I was getting new internet and how I was the best negotiator ever and yada yada yada. Now, you gotta watch people. You gotta watch very, very carefully. Oops, I didn't want to put that right there actually. Changed my mind. There we go. I'm gonna try from here. And like that. Like that, like that, like that. How does that look? Look good? I think so. Yeah. Just round off the corners like that. I'll do the same over here. Okay. So you really got to watch people trying to take advantage, especially when it comes to contracts. And this kind of goes back to, remember what I was saying? Those people who are very quick to sign the contracts to get partnership on YouTube. And that kind of thing. You really got to read the contracts. You can't just sign blindly without knowing what you're getting yourself into. That internet contract, the guy faxed it over to me. Well, he emailed it. We are in the 21st century here. He emailed the contract to me, and the contract didn't exactly say some of the things that we had talked about. Like, I had talked about waiving the install fee. That wasn't in there. I had told him to put in a free move. That means that I get to basically move my house, like where I live, not the actual house. And it wouldn't cost me anything to switch over the services. And that wasn't in there either. So I was kind of at a loss. Like, why would we talk about these things and you promise these things if you're not going to provide these things? Like, you got to add them to the contract. So I go to him and I say, add these to the contract. I'm not stupid. I actually read it. I'm not just going to sign on the dotted line. That is the worst tactic, I got to say. When a salesman just changes the contract on you without actually consulting you, that is absolutely the crummiest thing that a guy can do. So right away, as friendly as I was with this guy before, now we're not on a personal level anymore. Now we are on a business level. And I think I mentioned it before, actually, when I last talked about this, that when I'm business poet, like right now you hear reasonable poet, playful poet. I'm building in Minecraft, so I'm of course playful. But business poet, he is a harsh guy to handle. He gets the job done. It's kind of that, team player type of thing, and I go above and beyond. And if you make something not right with me, I will go above and beyond to make your life miserable. No, that's not entirely true. But I go above and beyond to make sure that things are done right, and that things are done to my benefit. That is how business is done. So, he is no longer in my good books, which is unfortunate because I liked him, honestly. He was a good guy. He told me about his family, about his wife who wants to have a small business, and he got me this deal, or so I thought. And then he comes back and gives me this contract that is completely different than what we had talked about. So I told him, you go and rewrite this to what we had talked about. You can't just say something on a handshake and then change your mind. That's unfair. So he changes it, but now I am reading through this thing with just a fine-tooth comb, just scrutinizing every single detail of this contract, because I want to make sure that he hasn't, done something that really, really benefits him to the point where it doesn't benefit me. And sure enough, I see that he has now changed it. I had said that I wanted to sign a 3-year contract. He changed it to 4 years. Now, 4 years is actually it feels like a long time. I know that it really isn't, honestly, and that I would be happy to sign 4 years, but we didn't agree to 4 years. We agreed to 3. And it's not fair to say, oh, well, I'll just throw in an extra year and good old poet there, he won't notice. I noticed. And I, again, was not very happy with that. So, again, I had to go to him and basically say, like, hey, man, what is up? First, he fixed the other things, but then he put it up to 4 years. And so I sent him an email that was not happy. Let me just say, if if capital letters and bold red are the things that make your statement, the most crucial and to the point, this thing was all 50 shades of red. It was just, so heated. I was not happy. What kind of customer service is that kind of thing? So, I think you got the picture. His next email to me was simply, call me, and his phone number. So I called him, and at that point, I had let myself calm down a bit. That is probably way more stone slabs than I want. Oops. Oh well. Basically, I got in a call with him, and he was saying, well, it's not me, it's my boss, and, this is kind of unfair to us, and he was going on kind of like that. And that his boss basically was saying, well, we value this at this much, and so you can't just give him that, and you can't just say to him that we will give him that service when, we really can't provide it. And so, I mean, the guy basically, he was the one who got himself in trouble. You can't start As a salesman, yeah, I know. Getting the sales done, that's a very important thing. You know, you want to do good for your company. You want to get paid your commission, whatever it is. Like, that's fine. But at the same time, you can't just say, oh, I will give you 10 elephants, and I will give you $1 million for signing with us. And, you know, basically things that you really cannot provide. So, if that was his boss saying, you know, well, we cannot do that for you, then I just have to say, like, why offer it in the first place, really? So it kind of, the whole situation, to sum it up, made me so frustrated that I was ready to rip up that contract that he'd sent me. And by rip up, I mean delete, because it was an email. But basically, I wasn't very happy with his services. He gave me a call, though, or I actually called him, and we kind of chatted about it. And he said, like, look, the service that we are providing you is worth $700 a month. And the free move is worth $1,000. And giving you this service for free, they'd given me a bunch of little perks, and basically all of the things added up is how he tried to explain it. Was that, like, look, we are giving you the world, and it's worth thousands of dollars to us, and you're getting it for like a couple $100 a month instead of the $1,000 a month you should be paying. So please compromise and sign 4 years. And all I said to him in the end, I did compromise. I said, look, I will sign for 4 years. I have no problem with that. But try to do what you did to me again. And this 4-year contract, you will see very quickly how useless a contract is. I can get out of any contract. It's not an issue. But basically, it's like, you look, don't you try that kind of thing again, or the Cobra will strike. I didn't say that, but that's how I felt. You know, I will not stand for that kind of crap. So, I got my point across. I said, I will compromise on this, but you got to up my service. You got to give me, instead of what we were getting, the double what I wanted, I want more than double. I want 66% more. Not 50%. I want 66%. And now it's kind of the ball in his court. I'm not signing 4 years if he can't get me that. So I think he will. I mean, I know that he got free internet, so to them, although they say it's worth thousands, it's worth nothing. They'll give me the 4 years. It's just about negotiations. You can't let people push you around. You can't let people take advantage of you. Read the contracts that people send you. And if you don't like it, don't just compromise, say, well, yeah, I see your point. No. That's what bargaining's about. Come back and say, yeah, I'll sign, but give me not 50%, but 66%, you know? Just for lying to me, even. Give me that. So, I think he'll come to the table. I'm pretty certain of that. And I'll get my internet hopefully within the next few days. Oh, it's so stressful having to change the internet. Okay, so this is kind of done. This isn't done, this part. But these parts with the little frills are. I think it looks okay. Could be better, but it looks okay. This part where my cursor is, it's going to go way up, way up, and then maybe tie in together with a bunch of redstone like that again. But this is going to be a huge skyscraper. It's going to be cool. And I've pretty much decided, I think I've told you guys before, that I'm going to tear this down, this little building here, and tear this one down. You know, just to clean up this place. And I'll move these types of places into different areas. Like maybe the treasure room, the chests room, will be this huge one. you know? Just maybe. And maybe my bedroom will be another tower on top of it, or, we can move things. It doesn't have to be like this. So I'm going to move them. I don't know just how yet, but basically it's a matter of like tearing down about a third of the building again, so I guess I like building. Anyway, we started with someone who was ranting for no reason, and then ended with me ranting for no reason. At the end of the day, all my point was is don't let people take advantage of you. Read the contracts that you're sent. If you don't agree with it, just try to negotiate. And if you, at the end of the day, if you can't get what you want, then why should you sign? I mean, there are a million internet providers out there. If there aren't today, then there will be tomorrow. And internet is just one example. Any provider, TV service, cell phone service, maybe a contract for YouTube partnership, you don't have to sign just because they want you to sign. You're a special person, and you're worth every penny. And they will fight. I mean, that's their job. They get paid commission for signing you. If you don't sign, then they don't get paid. So use that as your bargaining chip, Let's go see what they're working on over there. And then we will call this episode to a close. Hope you guys are liking the new Lion King mod. I'm actually really enjoying it. I've recorded so many episodes and no QA really done yet. But, well, maybe by the time you see this episode, because I'm recording way ahead of time. But, come on, render in. Let me see. Whoa. Wow. Working on lighting and all that kind of stuff. He's finished the floor, like the floor. Loving it. Loving it a lot. I don't like this. This is the road that I was digging up. He's decided to kind of continue. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was digging this up because I was going to take it out, but now I almost feel obligated to continue it. I don't know. Maybe I'll work it out with them. Maybe they'll redo it. We'll see. In any case, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.